Okay, you've got to hear the story. About 10 years ago, 12 years ago, I got to remember, I was at my house. We were living in the panhandle of Florida. And I don't know if you guys know this, but we have worked for ourselves for a very long time, right? And so I would always have to break away to make conference calls, right? Because the kids were littler and they would always say, Daddy, 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 right? So I would always make a break to one of the back rooms or the extra bedroom or the office. So this particular day, I'm on my phone. I'm on a 3-way conference call. There's a couple that I didn't know them, but they happened to go to the same Bible school I went 2 years earlier, and they were living on the east coast of Florida. They were interested in joining the company, and they asked me to tell them kind of our perspective, our history, what's possible, etc. So I'm on this call. They 3-way in this other guy who's a very powerful, supposedly, and successful businessman. So he's on the line. And he said, hello, Mr. Sedlak, nice to meet you. Thank you for taking the call. Love to hear more about this. And so they're telling him their story a little bit. Then they switched over to me. Now, I'm in the back room. I had shut the door. My kids are in the main part of the house, right? And I'm telling him our story. Well, this is why I decided to work for myself years earlier. This is kind of what we've experienced so far because we were seeing our business really explode. And a lot of people were joining the company. And so I'm right in the middle of the conversation, talking about the company and what we offer, et cetera, right? All the details. And my son, my oldest son, walks in the door and he says, Daddy, 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 I need your attention. And I'm like, I said, hey, stop. And I was trying to do gestures because I'm only on a 3-way call. I'm not on a video chat, right? So that was good. But I was trying to gesture him, but he had to talk to me. So I said, okay. I said, excuse me, sir, can you guys give me 1 second? My son just walked in the room, and I need to see what he needs because it seems to be urgent. And I just kind of held them to the side. I said, yeah, babe. I didn't put it on mute. And he goes, Daddy, this, that, and the other. I need this. I said, okay, well, Daddy will be done with the call here in a little bit, and then I'll come in there and we'll do that. I said, hey, sorry. Thank you so much for waiting. They always want your attention right when you're on a call. So then I continued what I was sharing. The call's over. He said, thank you very much. They said, thank you very much. And we were going to follow up the next day. The next day, they called me later in the evening. I said, hey, how did it go? What did he think? Any other further questions? They said, Gabriel, he thinks you're a con artist and a liar. I said, okay, tell me more. Because, when you're in business a while, you like to hear what's going on. And he said, yeah, he said, he thought you were the biggest. He said, you're basically a con artist manipulator. He says, I bet this guy has his child pre-recorded, if it even is his kid, on a particular device, and he gets on phone calls. He does conference calls with people, pretends that he lives the lifestyle that he talks about, then stops the call always at an opportune time, chimes in the pre-recorded of his child, and then says, excuse me, because he's trying to make you believe in what he's offering. And he said, so I would never join him, and I would never join your company. I think he's a nutcase, basically, and some other choice words. I'm going to tell you something, folks. What is wrong with people that they become like that? What happens to them that when you talk about something positive or life-changing or a business model or an opportunity or a good marriage or something positive, that all of the I heard a great quote years ago. It said, let the caravan move on. The dogs are just going to keep on barking. Most of the society is just like barking dogs. They want to nip at your heels. They want to have some stupid comment on social media. They want to discredit you, defame you before people, take light to what you're saying. But if it is, some calamity or some negative story or something that didn't work out or some problem, people clamor to it. They clamor to it. So first of all, you have to ask yourself, why do people even get like that? I actually felt pretty terrible for the guy. I felt pity for him. I'm like, here's this successful businessman coming to us to ask us about joining the company. And then he has the audacity and the jadedness. I'm like, I don't know if the guy's married. I don't know if he has kids. He never went that far. And I thought, how pitiful is it that people start off hopeful, entrepreneurial, excited about things, but something happens. They either get calloused or they experience so many things that don't work out in life that if you present something that is life-giving or positive or that has the ability to change their lives or that is something of good report, they start foaming at the mouth, rattle off this negative nonsense, and, they disappear. So I want to encourage you guys. The reason I told you the story is because you're dealing with this in the world. There is a certain percentage of the human race that is going to operate like that. One of the greatest things you can do to not even have a hiccup in your business or in your life is if you can turn off the crazy opinions of people, the naysayers, the negative people, the people that told you you're never going to make it, the people that think what you're saying is too good to be true. Oh, it's too good to be true, like a robot. It's too good to be true, and because it's too good to be true, it must be, so I'm going to dismiss it because there's no way it could be true. This kind of jaded belief system is all through this society, and that is why you need to remove yourself from people like that. You need to not fill your head with negative commentary and fatalistic thought processes. Be around those people that are changing the world, that are changing lives. Find content that inspires you. Find content that gets on the inside of you and fills you up after you've watched the video. You feel full and like you can go conquer something and take over the world. Don't allow yourself, because what happens is all of that noise marinates the media, the social cues, what's supposed to be done today, the times, what's the masses doing, social consensus. All of these things all start to pile in and marinate, drive, steer, and actually create what they are to you or in you. And I know fresh, precious people that are full of hope, full of excitement, ready to take over the world. It's just incredible. It's almost like piranhas. The whole world just wants to go after and break people down. Do yourself the favor. Remove yourself from people like that. Quit trying to convince those that refuse to be convinced that anything that you're saying even matters, and wash your hands of it. That is one of the biggest keys, and it can't bother you. Did I take it personal? I did not. What I took personal was I felt sick for him, because of how on the earth does somebody even become like that? That they can't even be on a normal phone call and have the child walk in the room and ask, hey, daddy, for a sec, and him assume that it's some big false game I'm playing. Folks, one of the greatest ways you're going to succeed, and the easiest way to not get sidetracked, is to turn off the opinions of people, outlive your critics, remove yourself from those people that are super negative. And I don't care if it's family, I don't care if it's friends, I don't care if it's coworkers, I don't care if it's your spouse, I don't care if it's your children. Sometimes you just need to close your mouth, put your head down, because even the most disgruntled person, even the people with the biggest opinions, can say nothing once you have the fruit in your life and you're succeeding. Now remember this, your success is not only critical, it's mandatory. You succeeding and breaking through all of that noise is actually going to set you in a high place one day. And when you do, you're going to be the one that's actually going to be able to pull those people out that shot you down your entire life. But remember this, very few of them are ever going to be a part of whatever you're doing, or move forward, or agree, or applaud you, because they had snared their own hearts. They had spoken so much ill against you all those years that you're probably just going to find a whole new strata and a whole new social circle of friends, influences. You're going to live in a different zip code. You're going to drive different things. You're going to eat at different restaurants. You're going to have different conversations. You're going to go to different stores. And that which you came from is going to be just a faint memory, and you're going to not miss it. I hope this is clear. If people cannot break away from all of the noise and the opinions of people, well, because I say all this to say, the folks that called me and asked me to get on the three-way call with this gentleman never again engaged in our company. Isn't it interesting? The poison from him imprinted on them, they weren't grounded, and they quit too. So guys, the worst thing you can do is to hang out, associate, or even listen to, or spend any time with people like that. See you guys in the next video. Bye.